here we go. All that I have to check real quick is that I did not enable test mode, because I've done that before. I did not. Good. Alright. Okay, satisfactory. And then that's all good. Alright, hooray! Now I have to sadly get to the other part of setting this all up. Fun fact, cannot see any messages right now because my stream chat decided to close itself. Okay, got it here. I'll double check Twitch first because there's people talking Twitch first. And it would be correct. Hi, Ocean. I have 189 followers. Where did the other two come from? Are you multiplying? What happened? Where'd you all go? That's the sound of the Steam Deck opening. All right. Come on, Steam Deck. I know you can open. I know you're real quick. Come on. I'm gonna try and finish my homework real quick. Could you read me after your stream? Well, it depends how long. Sure. Okay, which? Okay, now it's not working. All right, let me check YouTube real quick to make sure that I'm not missing any chat messages. Let's go there. Let's go here. Nope, not yet. Okay, good. Just what I wanted to see. I go here. Open this. All good. Oh, I have to do this manually. Pain. Ludicrous amounts of pain. Yeah, I just got back, essentially, from what I was doing. That's why this is a bit. How long will stream probably today be? It'll probably be around 2 hours. I have an early flight tomorrow, a little earlier than I was initially anticipating. But hey, it's all good. 15. Yes, let me just say my private credentials real quick. We'll have to log into the Wi-Fi. I know, you get to stare at the building for a little bit. It's very cool. Okay, and then go here. I always think about when people were gonna watch this in the future and they're gonna think like, hey, you should have set this up beforehand. Let's go. Hi, Henry. Okay, so that's good, that's good. Perfect. Okay, so I can see Twitch up again. Now all I need is YouTube. There's nobody on TikTok, so why would I worry about that? Schmingus. Okay, I was asked a question there for a sec. Alright, I'm fully here. I'm fully here and prepared. Only how many minutes into the stream? Nah, need not matter. We're good. Okay, let me see if I actually have AI limiters set up in the door factory. I may have to handcraft some limiters. Hmm. 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 That's all I have to say about that. Alright, so AI limiters, if I remember correctly, they're not super expensive to make, but they're kind of a bit inconveniencing. So it's Caterium and it is copper sheets. Or it's, no, not, is that Caterium? Why am I thinking of the word Caterium? Yes, okay, so it's a quick wire. Similar, pretty much Caterium wire. Oh, hello, I forgot I was watching your stream because of the ads. How funny. Good thing that the ads were there to prevent you from watching the stream. You may have actually watched content there for a second. Oh, there's so much quick wire here. Did I just stop making quick wire? Am I a psychopath? Because I might be able to just move the quick wire back over here. I know how to reason, but I forgot what the reason for, so that means that I must have been dumb in the past. Dun dun. Oh yeah, this is filling up real quick. And then it slows down. Okay, so we got some wiggle room here. I guess we'll just like put it here. Anyone who doubts my plans are wrong. They're wrong, I say. They're wrong. Okay, we're gonna go here. Constructor. I could put it so their constructors kind of go on top of each other. I typically like doing that to save space. Oh wait, but I need to smelt them first. Alright, let me see what the smelting process is over here. See if I can somehow change it. Oh yeah, it's completely overfilled. Who's to say for a hill man would kill his wife, but you don't know. The virgin gold. I could probably make it so there's an overfill here. But then again, I'm also producing so many tickets now because I am awesome syncing extra supercomputers. And if you have gotten this far in Satisfactory, you know how insane of a concept that is to hear. What? Awesome syncing the thing that takes forever to make? But I've been playing so long that it's actually overfilled. I'm not even kidding. Observe. Dang, yeah. I mean, I could even technically awesome sync more. Like, if I really wanted to, I could do a funny and just like take a few of these and just like. I wish you could just chuck them in, but you're not able to. How am I gonna do this? How do I want to do this? What's the laziest way that I can do this? Okay. Genius. Can I actually put it here? Hold on. I can. Genius. Genius. Never doubt my satisfactory skills. That got me like 7 tickets. Incredible. That's why I love awesome syncing the supercomputers. It's just a ticket generator. Will not stop, does not stop. Okay, but I feel like it's better. I'm trying to think of the most efficient means to do this. So, I know what I'm gonna do. Take a good old smart splitter here. We're gonna take the right and we're gonna make it overflow. So you're gonna have to think with me on this one. Do I have Mercer Spheres? If I have Mercer Spheres lined up, I can one word. Yes. Yes. Horrible placement, but you know, you tried. Oh dear, that's unholy. That's straight up not Christian, that type of placement. Okay, let's just like try to make that a little better. No, I do kind of need those. Really, do I need these? That's a good point. I could just awesome sync all of these. That'll be a future question for me. The electric chair. This cannot be happening to me. Flash before my eyes. Now it's time to die. Look at my children grow. Grow. Go. Look at them go. So that way I will have continual quick wire, which I will need. And in case some of you are wondering, well, Spiggy, is that not an inefficient process? The reason I'm awesome syncing the supercomputers is specifically so that there's no like overflow of all the immediate components. It will get overfilled because the mathematics in this game is not exactly perfect, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make as long as stuff is being continually made. Alright, now on to the reason I'm even doing this in the first place. I have this much quick wire. Trying to take it all away. I don't want to. Why did you have to be placed like this? Why are you the way that you are? So we're going to use the excess quick wire here, and we're going to make AI limiters with it. And because I got another Mercer sphere, I can immediately upload them, which is good. Keep in mind, future Spiggy, this is merely a temporary solution. This is not curing any of my woes. Not even a little bit, but makes me feel slightly better about them. And that's worth fighting for. As a great engineer once said, a temporary solution is a permanent one. As all great engineers say. Okay, so now what I need is an assembler. So we go here. Can I not connect it? Yeah, I cannot connect it yet. How sad. I can connect to you though. So you are going to be my little AI limiter creator. And then I'm going to make a very lift hole. We're going to put it like rate Actually, smarter thing to do is just build this and then see where the hole needs to go. Just put it like right. Perfect. The OSHA safety rails approved, of course. 8. Go here. Storage facility. I'm gonna feel so great once it's made. I'm never gonna have a messy inventory ever again. That's a lie, but at least I'll have no excuse for having a messy inventory. Hello. I don't know how to say your name. Hello, like, smiley face with a raised arm. How are you doing today? Okay, and then the right output is also going to be overflow. So I guess we'll do that. There's a lol on lol. Okay. There's a reason I ask. I'm not going to just try to, like, pretend to be all smug. And be like, I know what I'm saying. I do not know. I'm not a knower. Okay, so immediately what I'm going to do is logistics-wise. Also, if you are... I forgive any satisfactory players that actually played the game for a long time for what I am doing here. This is a sin against God. I am sinning. I know you're not a knower. Do I know? Okay. Well, this is gonna sound weird, but do I know? Are you an alt account of somebody that I know? Because usually only people that watch the streams call me a knower. Unless that's just a coinky-dink. And you truly are the knower. The most knower. Who? I mean, if you're referring to my streams, that's true. Nobody knows who I am. True. Or maybe you're just trying to roleplay what an owl makes as a sound. I don't know. We'll never know. Okay, now that I have that up, so it should make making the storage facility a little easier, getting some of the parts down. I don't think I'll do that. Okay. I feel like we're having two different conversations. I'm sorry if I'm divulging. You were asking if I was somebody, so I asked who. Oh. I don't know. I can start listing off all the people that I know from streams. So quite clearly, I do not think I know you. I think we've come to that conclusion. Unless this is the point where you say, aha, I tricked you the entire time, silly. You should have known it was me, the knower, the entire time. These take forever. They take 5 ever. Flash before my eyes, now it's time to die. LMFAO. Cool. So that's who you are from the streams. Cool. I don't know who you are. Ow. I'm more confused by everything. And to be fair, I've had a long day. I've been speaking with people. I've learned that my sickness may not actually be a sickness and could just be allergies, which I've never had before, but apparently just developed via osmosis. Aren't you always confused? Well, yes, according to my community. They would very much want me to be confused. Multiple definitions of confused. Alright, so I need 150 radio control units. So do I have more computers? I do have more computers. Good, good. Take it all away. I don't want Yeah, the games that get me the most confused: Hollow Knight, Silksong, Satisfactory, Hello Kitty Island Adventure Deluxe. What's the name of the game? There's a Hello Kitty game that's on Steam. That's funny. That one. I've not even played it yet, but I know it would make me the most confused. Silksong? Yes. I am telling you this. When you play Silksong normally, everything makes sense. When you play it on Steel Soul, you forget it all. It's all gone. Anything that you thought you knew, you were wrong. Okay, crystal oscillators. So I'll need one. So that should be more than enough. So I just have to wait for that, and then that should be enough. What are you talking about? The game's being confusing. You say that you're a knower. You're clearly not a knower. If anything, you're a liar now. What I was talking about is games that make me confused, because you were asking me, aren't you always confused? And I said, no, I'm only confused during certain games. And then you asked me Silksong, and I said, well, yeah, yep. I think you are confusing. No, How about let's reset this conversation? Let's pretend that the last 10 to maybe 15 minutes did not happen. Hi, emoji with a raised arm. How are you doing today? Who's also known as Lala. Is that better? Is this a better start? I'm good. That's good to hear, Biggles. Schmeegus. Alright, so I just have to wait for the radio control units, so I'm not able to do that. Imagine getting rage baited by the one and only. Is that meant to be rage bait in and of itself, as you did not complete your sentence? I'm real angry. Hello. Hi, Isaac. How have you been? Hopefully not hearing Tom recently. Did I just get hit by a train? Let's go. Possibly. You know, rage bait does not work when you say that you're rage baiting somebody. Honestly, you've been doing pretty poor rage bait right now, Lala. You should try harder with your rage bait. Maybe if you, like, typed it in a better tone, the rage bait would be better. The rage bait wars begin. My back hurts. You're not supposed to steal my catchphrase like that. My back hurts too. But for a very different reason. Alright, so should I set up the storage facility? I need quartz crystals. So I'm gonna head over to it. You're slow. Did you? Okay. I swear. I'm not. Calm down for a second. Imagine getting peace. You have done the bit that I only don't have any meds again. Oh, that is not great. That's bad. Took the last of them today. Did you know when you're getting a refill? If that is actually you back, and you have made another alt account, I will never forgive you. This better be like a friend or a coincidence. I feel so betrayed. If that is in fact the case. If I see a yes, or that is exactly what happened, get out. Who's back? Oh, you're trying to rage bait again. Cool. You know what? I simply will ignore it. I will pretend that I never met you. In fact, every time you're going to even mention a person's name that is Silk Rose, I'm just going to say, who? Just as a retribution. I'm not? Okay. No, but I think you are. As opposed to yesterday, but the pharmacy needs another note saying I still have the disorder. I thought you already gave them the note. We need another note. What if you lost the disorder? The disorder was lost. I don't know how we lost it. Who is this Silk Rose individual? Yeah, who are they? You know, I heard that, like, they have a habit for keeping Discord servers, and, like, they usually, like, they only have, like, one account. That they only post on that. First note wasn't good enough, we need 2 of them now. Exactly. Hey look, there's a new chatter that just came in. You are mean. No, I'm not mean. I'm tired. I hope that I've not genuinely upset you, or I've made you actually angry. This better be actual rage bait. Okay. Are you trying to type on 2 accounts to make it seem like it's a different person? Exactly, I need another note, even though the same worker I gave the note to last time. Yeah, I recognize you, but I just want another note. I have a note fixation. I'm just checking in back to make sure that you're not actually annoyed. You didn't lol. I don't know, Lola. You are telling me that the universe literally aligned, and how did you know I was talking about this person? You're telling me that both of you showed up in this chat at this exact same time. There's only like a few hundred people in the entirety of the earth who know of my existence. Anyways, I'm heading out. This is weird. If you are genuinely a different person, Lala, that this is a funny coinkydink. I always try to check my bases with this. But anyways, bye-bye. Good luck with whatever you're doing so long. I've been watching. And you did not say a single thing until I started talking about you. Weird. Even though I was talking about you and their connection. Like, earlier. I connect the dots. I know the things. They said the pharmacy requires another note to prove that I have disorder and I'm not a druggie. Hmm. Also, you fell for it, lol. I try to be courteous regardless, and I'm like trying to make sure I'm not genuinely hurting someone, and like, you fell for it. Nerd. Okay. Whatever. Kicks rock. It's my speech. It's my song. Have a good time, tired. Okay. Bye-bye, Lala, back, Silk Rose, whatever you want to call yourself now. Whatever the amalgamation decides your new name is. And you might as well be gone. 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 I miss Soap Song. Me too. It's my song. The entire beginning of this stream that I realize it is essentially just 2 people trying to rage bait each other, but doing it very poorly. Pretending to not be rage baited. Oh, that was great. I am clearly very efficient at not falling for rage bait. I do say so myself, as a rage bait expert. Okay, well, I want to listen to that previous song again. I don't want to listen to Sabrina Carpenter right now. How have you been doing, Axel? How about this? I'll extend it to everyone. How's anybody who's also just here been doing? Have you been doing well? Great. If not well, then unlucky. Unlucky is what I have to say. Yeah, I think... Okay, let me organize my inventory a little bit better. And you might as well be gone. Good, how are you doing? I am... I'm not going to finish that sentence. I have been feeling pretty tired recently, living up to the name of being tired. There's just been a lot of work that's been going on. So many sales and people talking to me, poking at me, pointing fingers at me. Me too, yeah. But I'm always tired, lol. Yeah, I feel that. You know what's the worst part? I don't even have insomnia. I have no excuse to feel tired. Like, I can instantly go to sleep. People would kill to have the ability that I have. But I still feel tired all the time. It might be a little bit... My very low blood pressure might contribute to that. Because if any of you did not know, it's going to be really funny if some of my friends are listening to this and they're going to be like, wow, you had this entire time. I have very low blood pressure. Like, comically low. So what happens sometimes is when I stand up, I get extremely dizzy. And it, like, takes me a second to, like, whoa, I'm back. Whoa, I nearly lost it there. Just because Subway is so popular, so people always come over. What's the worst Subway sandwich you've ever had to make? Hopefully I'm not bringing back PTSD, but there has to have been some weird orders. Because, like, I have worked I've worked a few food service jobs in my industry, or, like, during my time having a job. And, oh, people order weird stuff if you work there long enough. Where is the storage facility? This is the real question. And you're Some guy asked for a lot of olives, but that's about it. Do you not have a job now? Yeah, I do have a job. I realized I was talking about, like, I lost my job. I get very calm customers, just a sheer amount. Can I get a cheese bread on rye? Hold the cheese. Add plexiglass. No mustard. Shaken, not stirred. It's just late in the day, you're like, yeah, whatever you say. Yeah, I currently do work now. Or you can go with, like, the streamer lore that I'm unemployed. I'm living in my mother's basement right now. It could be true. I could be lying. Okay, so I remember it being in the forest. Oh, yes, it's over here. Yes, yes. I mean, one guy told me to not add sauce, so I just stared at him but shrugged it off. Some comments in his life have been filtered. Filtered. I remember somebody ordered something directly in my face, and I was making it for them, and they told me to add a sauce, and then I added the sauce, and I said, wait, I actually did not want that sauce added on there. And I just looked them dead in the eye, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I gotta remake the order then. Because, like, what are you supposed to do at that point? It's clearly the customer's fault, but it's not like you're gonna go to the customer and be like, well, I'm just not making you another sandwich, you gotta deal with it. Like, what are you supposed to do? Well, it sucks to suck. You gotta make your own sandwich now. You gotta come behind the counter. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here we go. May I get a sandwich with turkey bacon, American cheese, and olives with ranch? Hold the bread. That's the problem with me. I'd be so dumb I would actually, like, have the bread there, and I would actually be holding in my hand, but, like, I'm holding the bread. What would you like me to do with this holded bread? This holden bread? Do you want me to put the bread down? It becomes a hostage situation. Sir, put the bread down. I need my demands met. The working conditions here are not fair. Okay, are those the blue ones? I don't know. I think so. Will you? Yeah, could you make me a meatball sub, but hold the sandwich? I only want the meatballs. Can you, like, just put them in my pocket? I just need one right there. Yeah. Hold them meatballs. I think this is about how far it needs to be. To see a marching band. Hold the Holden bread more, please. Yes, holding the bread more. You're not holding the bread hard enough. I'm sorry. Okay, I pressed H. It did not do what I wanted it to. Rude. Okay, so let's try here. It's not good enough. Okay, so hold on. Why is it just not holding the blueprint for me? I know H is the right button to lock it. Yes, it is. We'll carry on. Let's try that. At least I get enough to pay for these ridiculous gas prices, though. The only benefit that I have about my job is I do not have to pay for gas that often. And I might be able to... I'm trying to work a deal right now to possibly get a car that's more gas efficient, which would be great. Okay, you can put the bread down now. Thank you. Walks out of the store. Nothing you asked for. Ah, thank you. Someone who has finally held the bread. What? Hold on. Okay, let me double check that I did this correct. Okay, yes. To carry on. Okay, yes. So I was just a little silly guy. I was a little silly guy, and I just did the wrong one 2 times in a row. I was a goober meal, as some would say. You see, that is why we check. Just a boy, not a hero. Oh, I should definitely just use nudging, because it would make this easier. Alright, look at that. It's beautiful. Perfectly lined up. Not having to deal with all this. Carry on. We'll carry on. It's beautiful, just like you. I know, you can see my face through the webcam right now. You see it. You know things. Alright, so you see... Let me test these walls real quick. Okay, so it does cover it up. Cool. Would not want it to be shown now. Would not want the innards of the storage facility being shown to the public. So let me make sure that there are actually signs here. Yes. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's a genius design, if I do say so myself. Well-known genius streamer. You know, the real pain is actually just going to be organizing all of this. Like, how am I going to organize all these materials into one place? Like, how am I going to categorize them? But anywho, that's a problem for future me. Current me just wants to build. Oh, wait. No, wait. You're kidding. He didn't just say what I think he did he? Oh, I'm missing materials. Steel beams. Okay, so the real question is how I'm going to... There's nothing below here, right? Okay, good. Good. Future you wants to commit seppuku. Well, that is future me's problem. You know what? I don't want to say something controversial, but future me is a nerd. Future me is actually going to have everything sorted out. Present me is just living in the moment. It's not going to have to worry about it. So, now what I have to do is I need conveyor lift holes. Antelope. So just put this here, and then put this here. So what the goal would be is that I reverse it. So that way I can make it. So I kind of want to change my account name to what I go on basically every other platform. Because my online friend wants my TikTok. Why does your online friend want your specific account? I want to make a TikTok account. No, I need your account. You say that until future you becomes present you. Yeah, but then I'm not future. Then I'm not the future. I'm just present me. Present me is fine with being present me. Because you see, the beautiful thing about present me is it's so fleeting. Whereas the past is always increasing, and the future is always decreasing for me. Present me is just always there. For the exact moment that he needs to be. Like, think about this. If present me was like, oh, past me is a nerd. Past me is not able to say anything about it. But if I criticize future me, I can actually have a conversation with the guy. Because, like, I hurl an insult towards him, and then it comes to the present, and I hurl another insult back at me. It's genius. It's a beautiful cycle. It makes absolute sense. Do not question my logic. If you question my logic, you're wrong. Until present you becomes the past. Yes. Maybe I should make an alliance between the 3 versions of me. Well, there's definitely a lot more variants. There's Sleepy Me, there's the EP version. This conversation. But when future you talks to present you, you're not talking to present you, you're talking to past you. Why will it matter? That is true, because no matter what I say as present me, the moment will be fleeting, and then it will become past me talking about future me. Honestly, all I have to say about that is shamingus. You want to hear a kind of dark but true statement? Sure. The heat death of the universe is coming. You've peaked. No, I'm not peaked yet. There's still so much for me to do as a young streamer. Well, young might be pushing it, but as a streamer. I've not harassed anyone yet. I've not made a prank video. No one's ever saved a life, they've only delayed the inevitable. Well, that's just a relativity statement. That's like a way that nihilists can occasionally think. Why should I save this person who's clearly going to die? They're just gonna die anyway. But you could have, like, stopped that person from dying. Nah, it did not matter. If you know, That reminds me of a statement Creep said a few streams ago, where they were talking about how, like, the only people that ever wish you prosperity are burglars. And I was like, that's not true. It's true in and of that they want you to get richer so they can steal from you, but it's not like they're actually wishing you well. They're hoping that you're stupid and that you're easier to steal from. Schmingus. Schmingle. Never wrong. Wrong. Maybe you're right. I'm gonna set the trains if I can. That'll give me something to do while I wait for... I think it still requires steel to make the train port, but do not worry about it. And I wonder if you know what it means to find your dream, and I wonder... Put it, like, right here, probably? Yeah, I've had entire streams which are just, like, essentially r/shower thoughts for the entirety of it. Oh, that's wrong. I feel a very fuzzy sensation in my hand, and it feels like a cotton ball is all around my hand. Oh, that's probably just because it's falling asleep. That's what I've had to happen before, but, like, if you're like, no, it's not that, you may want to get that checked out. What it means, what it means, and I wonder if you know what it means to find your dream, and I wonder... Oh, did they make trains better? They may have made trains better. Oh, this is beautiful. Did they actually make it more viable to build on railways? Oh, it's so beautiful. I am telling you this. This was not a concept that existed before. I can pull up old stream footage. You literally had to build it at the point of, like... How do I explain it? So, like, you could only make an intersection at this exact point. Now it looks like you can... Okay, maybe it has to be long enough. Hold on. Maybe it has to be a long enough thing of rail. Yeah, it has to be a long enough thing of rail, but that's still an improvement. Good heavens, that was annoying. It doesn't feel like the regular pins and needles. Feeling of falling asleep. I don't know, it's weird. Well, just... I guess just watch it for a few minutes, and just see if you're still feeling the same thing. Like, it's very good to listen to your body. If there's something that's wrong, you gotta make sure. Because as much knowledge as you can have in this world, you never know if it's something you do not know about. I'm just gonna put this here so that way... they can actually proceed through the intersection if they really need to. Because, like, if I look at it now... Like, if a train goes through here, then it'll at least have a little bit of leeway. Nice Biggie, I'm going to sleep. Okay, good night, Dynamite. I wish you well. Is that inefficient, though? I would probably say it is. Well, I think it should be fine. It'll be good for now. Storage facility. Run, live to fly, fly to wartime. Yeah, let me color this black. I like it being black. There we go. Much better. So that's good. So I should be able to make, I guess, a few more storage boxes. Sometimes I mess up when meeting people because I go by a different name online and I tell them that. Oh, you say like the name Axel instead of your real life name? I am fortunate in enough I have never talked to somebody and been like, hey, my name is Spaghetti in real life. I've always just used my real life name. So I've not had that happen yet, but there's still a chance. What is my real life name? Talking like first name, last name. So the name, I mean, I just don't have a life, so I say Axel more than my real name. Never mind, don't answer me. No, I'm joking. I will reveal what my friends call me online. I like keeping my life a secret. So you can determine whether this is actually my real life name or it's the one that I've just told my friends to call me, is Aiden. I prefer by being called Spaghetti, though, if you're going to talk about me with, like, the streamer-viewer relationship. If you're going to talk to me and be like, oh, boy, Aiden, how are you feeling today? I'm going to be like, why are you calling me that? That's not me. That's the other guy. No, I don't want you to answer me. Oh, well, I didn't want you to answer. Okay, well, my bad. I thought you were saying, like, full name. It's okay, Isaac. If you give it a little bit, you should be able to forget. That is my bad. But regarding what you were saying, Axel, I mean, I would not say I have a very sociable life either. Most of my life is just online or playing with friends, so I kind of get that. It's not like I spend too much time in the outdoors. That's okay, I was messing with you. Okay, I hope that's what you're genuinely meaning. I'm always missing components for this, it's so sad. I already forgot anyway. Okay, fair enough. Well, you can leave it at that. Push-ups? Okay, well. You know what's the problem with me doing push-ups and exercises today? I had a very greasy pizza, like 20 to 30, actually, it was before stream. Like 20 or 30 minutes before I started stream. So this will be fun today. Oh boy, sure do love working off those calories. Zah. The weed. Yes, I was smoking weed before stream. That sounds like me. Alright, here we go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. No more. That's the viewers. Let's go. I don't really talk to specific people consistently other than my friends and BF. Best friend? I know you're saying boyfriend, but regardless. I think it's boyfriend. Wait, have I confused it the entire time? Hold on. It's gonna be a rude awakening. Because I swear it's been boyfriend. Yeah, I have a lot more online friends that I do have in real life friends. Like, I meet up with some of my online friends if I'm, like, in the area. No, it's boyfriend. Yes, I remembered! I remembered a thing! Don't worry. Okay, may I request this song? It has a weird name, but I think the song's good. Sure, of course. So I'm about to clear my 111 never touch haunted again. Oh, demotivating day. I sense no sarcasm in that statement at all pure truth. Yes. Yeah. I've not worried about relationships for a long while. I've tried. I've attempted some of them. But it's just I it's always been awkward. I just do not think my brain is wired like other people's. Love and Meth by Korn. Oh, I love Korn. I love Blind, but that's like a basic Korn song. Love and Meth. Now that's a good song. Long relationships are hard. Well, yeah, but you relationships. The thing is that the idea of it is always so comforting. It feels great having this person that you can talk to about certain things and doing all of that. But, like, it's also kind of difficult if you're trying to do, like, especially an online or a long distance relationship. Because it's so hard to find people that care. Like, it really is. Because, like, I've seen enough people, and I've seen the look in their eyes enough, I can tell when somebody actually likes me for who I am. And I cannot start a relationship with somebody if they're just not even gonna try. I like you for who you are. Thank you, Biggles. I appreciate that, but it's also a bit different. You under Being in a real life relationship, you're not like putting up everybody, no matter who you are, has different personas and things that you have with different people. There's certain topics that you talk about with certain people. There's certain things that you discuss with certain people. There's even things that you do not talk about whatsoever. What's good about being in a relationship, at least from what I've seen and what I've heard, is that you can talk about those things more often. It can talk about things that you're generally not able to talk about with other people. And that's very cool. Like what? So, like, let me take you for example, Biggles. Something that I will probably never talk to you about in terms of the streaming, like, relationship and things like that is I'm not going to talk to you about ballet or dance class. I'm not going to talk to you about the idiosyncrasies of water and, like, the ocean. I'm not going to talk about sea creatures. Why not? I don't know, because it'd be weird. Yeah, let me talk to my new audience and be like, hey, let's talk about something silly today. What I enjoy about being in a relationship is the fact of how much they understand you so much more than anyone else. I view myself as the meme. You know that meme of the person who gives the best relationship advice is the person who's never been in a relationship? I know you're not new Biggles. I'm just saying, like, in compared to some of my other friends, I've known some of my friends for like decades at this point. You are the only person in your life who will ever get to know you as close as you ever will. But you may not even be able to get to know the full person behind you. You might be able to get to like 99%. Being in a relationship, you start getting to like 95%. You're trying to get to a point in which you know each other really, really well. And that's a really good part about it. Almost 2 decades. Yeah. Every time I try a relationship, I get called a freak and someone shuns me for the disorder. And that's wrong. And that's horrible. And that's why, in your case, it's going to feel ever so special when you do find someone who actually likes you for being you. That's why I have never wanted to be in a relationship in which I'm just in it for the sake of being in it. I'm gonna be real, you get to know people even better than yourself. And there, I can agree to that to some extent, but sometimes people just do not see what you're feeling and do not know what you're feeling. Sometimes one of your friends can even talk to you about a feeling that you're not even sure of yourself, and they know that feeling better than you do. But there's still internal things that you have to work out that no one else can. Are you gonna be live tomorrow? Yes, I will be alive tomorrow. But I will be live streaming probably around this hour. And it hurts a lot because I can't help it, even though the medicine can cure me. Well, yeah. The way that I've always viewed it is appreciate and do not blame yourself for things that you cannot change. If someone dismisses you for disorder or anything you can't control for that matter, they're just not good people, let alone a good partner. You know, can we do Terraria tomorrow? No. Okay, Richard, I thought we had this talk. We were not going to constantly keep asking me about Terraria. You said you were going to stop doing that. Okay, hold on. Let me read Wyatt's message here. And with your situation, or how other people respond to things is pretty interesting. Oh, I've had people... My situation, I'm not going to talk about it publicly, but I have a bit of a quirky history. You can interpret that however you will. I've had told people before, and I've been rejected because of it. I had to serve 10 months in jail because my ex told the cops I did stuff, and that was a lie. So you can't cure me. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're continuing the gift sub. Oh, thank you. Loan. You did not have to do that, but I appreciate that. I don't know, so give a good wisdom. Bro, I said one time a week, bro. It's clearly been more than one time a week. Okay, the good wisdom will be... The truth is, in life, is that it's so difficult to find people who can relate to you in certain ways and appreciate you for who you are. You should not waste time on people who are not willing to at least try to get to know you, because they'll just drag you down with them. They're not worrying about actually caring about you, they just want to fulfill their own interests. You hate having your disorder, and sometimes you think you should just listen to what they say. But the thing is, Isaac, the way that I've always viewed life is that it is the one thing that you have. There are so many things around you that try to attempt to answer why we are here, why we have existence, why we have all those things. Even with all the bad, even with the most horrible things in the world, and I've heard, and I've been told a lot of horrible things, there's still good moments in there too. Even if not for the people around you, even if not for all these other things that you try to convince yourself of, at least try to live to experience a few more good moments, because you do not know what happens after. No one has the truest of answers. You could talk to the most religious, godly person on the earth, and they would give you an answer, but if they said anything other than they do not fully truly know, then they are lying. No one truly knows the answer in the end, and that's what makes it so interesting. Anyhow, I think I'm not really able to make any more blueprints right now. Yeah, I'm missing stovepipes. It's taking a while for it to be constructed. And I hope, Isaac, that was not just giving unsolicited advice or anything like that. I try to share the way that I view things sometimes, because I think sometimes it can help. Also, take photographs of yourself, your life, your surroundings. Yeah, makes you appreciate stuff more. Make sure it makes it easier to remember. When you're old and want to look back, then you will have solid photos of history. Yeah. More you will be satisfied. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do anything much here. The thing I heard, live life to its fullest, because yesterday someone thought they had time. Mm-hmm. People always try to... There's so many people that attempt to make life this game in which they must do everything that they can possible, because if they're not doing everything all at once, then they're not living life to the fullest. If you're not enjoying where you are right now, if you're not having fun stressing yourself out doing what you're doing, then clearly it needs to change. I know how crushing expectations can be. It can be quite depressing, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but it's not worth it to torture yourself over things that you have control over. And for the things that you cannot change, it is ever so more worth it to try and not ridicule yourself. Alright, I'm gonna see if the radio control units have been done. Hi, hi, Dubby. Is this a bye-bye or is this a stay-stay? Bye-bye, okay, bye-bye. Good seeing ya. Hopefully you're doing well. Keep on keeping on. Da 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 da. Also, random subject tangent change. If you still want to talk about it, Isaac, I'm happy to, but sometimes I try to change subjects when I have something on the mind. I've been hearing that there's been a lot of mixed reviews about the recent Boys season. It's gonna be really interesting to see how the perception of the series is once it's over. I've heard, like, minor things here and there about what's happened, but that's about it. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. So I need 142. So close. I've never seen The Boys. It's one of those shows where it's really good, but it's very, very graphic. Some of it has a point, but some of it is just, like, unnecessary. Like, very, very unnecessary. Like, usually my ruling when it comes to should something be in a show, or is it worth it for this thing to be in a show, does it add anything at all? The reason people ridicule things like anime fan service is because it pretty much serves literally no purpose. The purpose that it is there is for viewer retention and for people to go, oh. And that's not really a good reason for it to be in the show. Huh? Hi, Luffy, how you doing? I love how I went from The Boys to... I went from The Boys to anime fan service. I think The Boys sometimes has moments in there that are kind of like that fit my qualification of it was not necessary. Anime fan service belongs in hell. To some extent. I think that there is not a problem with sexualizing characters depending on the way that you're doing it. If you're purely sexualizing a character just to bring attention or just to be sexual in and of itself, that's useless. There's no point to it. Like, there has to be an actual reason. Like, I'll take an anime that I have a grievance with this with. My Dress Up Darling, I love the story of it. I love Gojo as a character. I like Myron. But oh my goodness, there are so many sequences in that show that feel so blatantly unnecessary. And that the author was like, what if we sell more copies? What if we make Myron lose, like, all of her brain cells and bring Gojo to a love hotel? It'll be real funny. It gets better later on in the series, but early on it was pretty bad. Actually hurts even to think about. Alright, real question. So, the steel pipes are going to take forever to make. So it's not worth it to make the factory right now. I could work on nuclear. The Love Hotel episode messed with me. You could have done that episode so much better. Myron is like someone who she knows, like, basic social cues. You're telling me that I think she's like 16 or 17 on the show. You are telling me that a 17-year-old Japanese girl does not understand the implication of handing a male student, a male friend, a birth control device. I'll say that. And also taking him to a love hotel by himself to take pictures. I just, it's so illogical. It's incredibly illogical. It just frustrates me. And that's not even getting to my other grievances that I have with the show, or technically this is a manga grievance. But in the manga, for My Dress Up Darling, there is a sequence in which they do a photo shoot in which Myron dresses up as like a nun, and she's doing a cosplay for like a nun like game. This, I swear to you, this section of the manga goes on for multiple chapters long, and it is just them being like, what if I put the camera in the correct spot? What if I put blood over here? I'm really obsessing over what this character thinks about the cosplay, and I'm like, please, just go on. Move. Not only take pictures, but take pictures in a revealing outfit. You see, that's not the problem. The problem is taking those pictures in a love hotel. Like, she's already taken pictures with Gojo at, like, the cosplay and the convention. That's typically normal. That's, like, a little weird, but that's socially acceptable. Adding those other layers onto it is what makes it real weird. Also, imagine the mind games that must be going through Gojo going through that. The poor man. It's just like, what does she mean by this? But regardless of all these grievances, I still really like the show. I am going to do the quote-unquote thing where I'm like, I technically like the manga a little bit more than the anime, but purely because I feel like the anime has more fan service in it than the manga, but that's also debatable. Imagine how funny it would be if the hotel you stayed at was the same one. Yeah, I'm staying in a love hotel for a work trip. Gojo has a lot of trauma from Myron, or however it's spelled. I think it's M-A-R-I-N? Something like that. People were sleeping at for cons. Give a bad wisdom. Criticize something regardless of the context that it's in. Like, if there's a sequence and it shows like a bad concept, then clearly the show must be bad because it's showing bad things. Couldn't fit in the whole message. That's fine. Like a fur con, though. What do you keep talking about furry conventions? I'm not going... Believe it or not, not going to a furry convention. I'm gonna touch the sky. Because of course it has to be about furries. Yep. You always... Okay, so sulfur. Do I have sulfur deposits that I can work from? Or it's sulfuric acid is the correct term, right? So it did, because this must be heaven. What's wrong with people that go to fur cons? We're all people, no matter what we enjoy. That's something that's always made me mad. Yeah, I don't understand people who criticize that. Like, there are weird furries. Like, let's not get it twisted. But, like, accidentally you went to a hotel that people were using for a fur con. Oh, no, I've gone to conventions, and I've seen furries walking around. I've had to stay at a hotel before where there's been a convention like that. But you know what? The thing that I did? I did not care. They can enjoy what they want to enjoy. Would you rather go to a femboy convention or a furry convention? A furry convention. Did I just get hit by something? Rude. Maybe, do I have to, like, make it? Hold on. My boyfriend finally got enough money for a new cane because his old one broke. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I need sulfur and I need water. How much sulfuric acid am I going to need? So I need 10 per minute. I'm going to touch sky. And you didn't tell me this is before job or after. This was long before. I just never found a good point to talk about it. So 50. So that means I would need 2 of these, right? Actually, no, I could probably get away with 1. Because the thing is that with a femboy convention, it's a bit more... How to describe this? It's a bit... It's, I guess, stranger? They're both odd. But at least with, like, a furry convention, you can, like, go around, and you're not gonna have to stare people dead in the eye. There's a higher chance that they're not gonna be wearing sexual equipment. Well, or maybe it might be about the same. It's just personal preference. I'm not gonna be able to explain it better than that. People are gonna be joining the TikTok chat for the first time, like, my god, what are you talking about? I'm sky, I'm sky, I'm sky, 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 I'm sky. Yeah, no, definitely for econ. Katie coming to attack me. Now, real question, would you rather go to an anime convention? You do not know what anime it's for, but it could be for a really bad one, or a League of Legends convention. Which is going to be worse? You would never go to that because it sounds like it's 10 times more stinky. Okay. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. Ow. Anime 100%. Oh yeah, I trust that. I would never want to go to the League convention. A feeling, more than a feeling. More than a feeling, I keep you dreaming. I guess the water's over here. Let me start piping it over. See my Marian walking away. Also, funny story, I've actually been to an anime convention before. Just lobbing bombs at cats, sure was. They come and go. As the years go by, like myself. It's a little close. Which one? I cannot tell you. That'd be too much information. The only anime I've ever watched was K-On! When I was like 10. That's fine. So I used to be that way too. The only anime I ever watched for a long time was Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z because my brother made me watch it. Because I found anime typically weird, but I've lived long enough to actually watch some other stuff, and there's been some good stuff I've enjoyed. Like, the anime that actually convinced me to start watching other stuff was Kageyama Love is War and Mob Psycho 100. So I've not been an anime watcher for that long. Okay, is it gonna... Are you gonna start? How do you get information from that, though? You could figure out... You can know things, Ocean. You can be a knower. It's kind of a shame that I built it like this. Just slipped on away. I mean, technically, I can just put the last resource well thing over here. Oh, it's so cursed, though. What's the best way I can put this? I've tracked people down from very minuscule information before. There are ways, Ocean. If I can figure it out, then I guarantee that other people could figure it out too. You're sad to say, but I'm so sad to say that I've never gone to a convention ever. No, that's fine. You have? Yeah. I gotta go to bed like an hour ago. Good night. Good night, Isaac. Hate to drag on about this, but I'm so happy that we got a new cane because his old one was taped together. Oh no, that's great. I'm happy that you're happy about that. It sounds very good. It's exciting when people that you enjoy and are very fond of get what they need. There's no better feeling. I might just do auto 2D. That might actually be the best one. Or that one's actually not too bad. Did you dox somebody? No, I've never doxed somebody, but I have used it to... somebody challenged me to try and figure out information about their family because they thought I was dumb. Or they thought that I would not be able to do it. I did it. This was like a friend that I've known for a long time, by the way. And like, I knew nothing about their family or things like that, so they challenged me to figure out stuff about their family, and I did. Allegedly. This is clearly a fictional story. Alright, oh wow. Yep, that certainly is an oh wow moment. I guess we'll go here. Here. Why did they think I was dumb, though? Ocean, you've been on my streams. I think you can put 2 and 2 together. I don't think I need to express myself in certain ways to elaborate why someone could possibly come to that conclusion. This is where all the messages are gonna come in. Oh, Spiggy, we don't think you're that dumb. You're only a little. It's fine. Maybe you're right. No, you're right. Thank you, Ocean, for being as supportive as always. Smart enough to come up with a really good advice, so what if it's scripted? What if I have somebody else write the advice for me? What if then? Like, what if I'm using AI for the advice? Did you think about that? Of course, streamer, always here for you if you're feeling confident. One of my moderators, by the way, that's saying that now. How the mighty have fallen. I doubt you'd ever use ChatGPT. I've avoided using it a lot. I've used it a tiny bit before. Because sometimes it can be a genuinely good research tool. Like if you're looking for actually good research papers, or like you're just trying to find a research paper quickly, it can be helpful. But I generally do not like using it because I think it is generally detrimental to society. But if it's going to be shoved down my throat, I may as well enjoy a little bit of the forcible adaptation of it. My brother loves ChatGPT. Well, if your brother loves ChatGPT so much, you should marry it. Got him. Here. Rephrase that like now. What? If he likes ChatGPT, he should. I don't know why I should rephrase that. Maybe he should. True. Not to be mean to my brother or anything, but he fits the type to do so. Brother sees this in the future. Hey! What are you saying? The thing you said before, never mind. Shove down your throat, bad time to join stream, I guess. What? Okay, I was talking about ChatGPT and like AI models being forced everywhere. and how I've used it a little bit before, as it is a good research tool. Ah, yes. Henry's like, sure, that's what you were talking about. You gotta believe me. Am I really gonna have to make this pipeline go straight up? Pain. Pain. Anything I can do to make this easier? Yeah, that. Yeah, it does go burr. Giddy up. Interesting introductory message. Okay, how am I going to get this to go up? Do I need to reinstate Gaslight Gatekeep rule? No. No, you do not. Alright, I guess I can just make a staircase up, but it's gonna look horrible. It's gonna look real bad. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Alright, I won't. Okay. Sure. Gotta make this stairway to heaven real quick. It's also really funny how AI is starting to get that thing. You know how there was a ton of streaming services in like the early 2020s? AI is kind of getting that thing now where if you put like a few letters together, it'll be a new AI that's come out. It's incredible. I don't know why they keep doing that. It's because they're so focused on money and how profitable it surely will turn out. Because, like, if there's already 14 million of them, surely the 14th millionth and first one will be more profitable than the rest. I feel like the one side I'll apologize for intentionally calling you that, but then you have to say stuff like this. What? What are you talking about saying stuff like this? Yeah, bubble needs to burst faster. Well, it's gonna be even funnier if it does not burst, because there's gonna be people like, wait, please, let it, is it gonna burst? And then it never will, because it's too profitable. Or people think it's too profitable. Because apparently perception is all that matters. I think what I'm going to do instead of what I was about to plan. Okay, I need power. Well. Alright, I need to work more. Okay, enjoy finishing your work, Ocean. Bye-bye. Maybe a very cursed stairway. It's getting even more cursed, so we're gonna move it here. Perception is all that matters. Superliminal reference? Yes, it was. Also, there was a recent game of that sort of genre that came out that was not perceived very well, right? What was that game? I've actually forgotten the name of it. It was like a horror version of it. Oh, well, that's a shame. Ow. Well, at least I'm still alive. That's the problem that I get from relying on the powered jetpack too much, is that as soon as I'm in an area without power, I just fall. And I'm like, surely it's gonna save me, and it does not. Is that GIF in the top right your viewers? It is. It's called Stream Avatars. So I think there's certain commands you can do. Like in Twitch, you can make your little avatar jump. I can make it so it summons stars and you can jump for them. I can summon explosion to blow up the viewers. It's very funny. Let me test what it is. Neat. Yeah, I like it a lot. Let me start listening to Diamondizing on. Let me see what the command is. It's either slash or it's exclamation point. So bomb. Okay, so it's exclamation point. So what I can do is I can, if I really want to spam the screen. Oh wait, can I not summon stars? Hold on. It's a little hard to see because it's in the top right corner, but... Or maybe I have to do it in stream avatars to make it so the stars spawn. Oh yeah, I do. There are a few stars now. It's a real life. Diamonds ring across the sky. So I think the smart thing that I'll do is I'll probably stream for like 10 or 15 more minutes, and then I'm going to prepare to go to sleep because of the early flight. I want to actually sleep a little bit. It would be nice. Diamonds ring across the sky. I the sky. Okay, so we're getting close. When the moon breaks. I love the screen shake from getting rid of a tree. It just shakes the whole screen. Across the sky. Also, I am proud to announce that I have gotten another message from I believe to be a Twitch, like, promotion scammer again. It's only been, like, a few months in between I've gotten this message instead of a year, so that means that I'm clearly growing. Now even the scammers are noticing me now. Wow. So happy about that. Okay, I think what I'll do is I might make like a refinery over here. That'd probably make the most amount of sense. Was that one of my moderators snoozing the ads before I had permission to? Wow. How could you? I was actually too slow. Shameful. Alright, so... So it'd be something like this. And then just make sulfuric acid. And I only need, like, really one of these. So it's a really, really sad thing. I'm getting, like, 500 cubic meters of water per second. I only need 50. This is, like, such overkill. I think auto 2D might look the best. Probably do auto 2D. Yeah. I think this is going to look better. Oh, apparently it's not going to let me build it that far. How sad. It lied to me. I might curve it here. It does not look very good regardless. Okay, hold on. We're gonna like try here. Okay, so first major obstacle here. Do I just build straight through the... Do I just build straight through the bone structure here? I'm kind of tempted to. Kind of want to. Okay, let's see if this would work. I hope it does, because I don't want to build this anymore, but it should be fine. Be American about it, so take all of their oil. Every ounce of oil should be taken. I got it. Read loud and clear. But what if we have no rights to the oil? We always have rights to the oil, clearly. Being the American in this situation. Okay, a real question. Oh, it can fit. It's just gonna require a pump. There's no way it's not. What's the point of me building this staircase if I'm building cursed levels like this? It'll be fine. I'll fix it in post. But sir, you're live streaming. It's fine. Okay. I meant plow through it all, but I guess that works. But like, if even Americans have to obey the laws of physics. I know, disappointing to hear. Is that okay? Noodle, why do you look like that? Why is Noodle doing that? Okay, so let's, I guess, do curve. should look normal. Some Americans actually get affected by gravity more than others because of the sheer amounts of burgers they consume. Yes, the burger. Specifically McDonald's, of course, the Holy Land. And then if they want chicken, they get Chick-fil-A. Perhaps Popeyes if they're feeling spicy. And if it's a cheat day. Not in Texas, we build everything like Hot Wheels tracks to make everything worse. Oh, and you build 2 power grids as well. So that way, if there's a power outage, or hypothetically there's a power issue, then there's 2 times worse of an issue. It was very genius of you guys to do that. We should standardize the power grid. No, not capitalist enough. We need control. I don't understand. Okay, all good. Goodbye, tree. It's also amusing for me, at least regarding U.S. history, how, like, Texas, every chance that it gets, it's like, I want to secede. You know, we had a kind of bad fiscal year, this little quarter. Nah, we should secede. That would fix our problems. They never actually do it, but, you know, they threaten it. Go over here. Go here. And before some of you are going to type, but Texas did secede before in history. Yes, 1 time. And actually, weird, quirky fun fact, I think that's why Six Flags is called Six Flags, because there have been 6 flags that have ruled over Texas. I actually have to look that. Texas used to have a separate embassy in the UK once. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go make it like here. That works. That does not work. That does not work whatsoever. Okay, we're just gonna do noodle and then connect it twice. Perfect. And then I also need sulfur. But what time is it? Oh, it's time for me to get a watch, and also time for me to probably end stream so I can go EP. So what's the slip and slide tube? It's so I can open a McDonald's play place and like make tons of money after the exploitation and obesity of children. And also, I need to go to sleep. So anywho, I have to prepare for an early flight tomorrow. I'll be streaming around the same time. I will say, I might stream earlier. We'll see how we will see how I feel after the flight. Anywho, and thank you for the follow, Slate. I don't have to actually say the full name. Slate Senpai, thank you. Anywho, hopefully you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Hopefully you did it / will do something productive. Adults only McDonald's play place. That would actually probably sell well. So long. Bye-bye. Take care.